Hey guys, so World of Warcraft video for once. We're here with Ian, red shirt guy. Everyone loves red shirt guy, especially how he makes the devs sweat when he asks questions because he notices like the smallest details. But he basically says to not read the green image because it contains spoilers. So spoilers. So this is a conversation between Malfurion and Tyrande, and this is going to divide a lot of people considering you know, the night elves lately haven't been exactly in the luckiest. Their home was burnt to the fucking ground. The souls that were in Ardenweald kind of together to create a new tier of Elune, like a super powered tier of Elune. So that means less night elf spirits and less people. And so the night elves have just been taking hit after hit. And this is going to be another one because essentially here, Malfurion decides that in order to bring Ysera back to our world, he needs to give up his life. And this is happening because apparently in this world, fate, if you want to bring someone back, so basically, it looks like Malfurion was supposed to die in Legion, but Ysera interfered, came flying in, and you know what happened to her. Um, we ended up having to kill her instead. So Fate wanted Malfurion to die, but Ysera died instead. So Fate doesn't care. A life is a life, But if he was supposed to die and she went in his place, the whole even though life is life, it doesn't matter who. In order for them to bring Ysera back, the person who is meant to die has to give up their life to bring that person back. So Malfurion was supposed to die. Ysera sacrificed herself to save him. So therefore, Malfurion would have to exchange his life to bring her back because she wasn't meant to die. It wasn't her time. So it's not a perform a ritual, bring her back, or sacrifice this many people. No, it's an eye for an eye. The person who life was spared has to be the one to sacrifice themselves. It seems very poetic, and of course, this is going to divide the community because, again, Night Elf home burned to the ground. The souls of the Night Elves being sent to Ardenweald and now not able to come back because now they're all fused into some super tier of Elune. So the Night Elves are just not having a great time over here. And what we see is they're about to lose their leader. Uh, I mean, Malfurion is well over 10,000 years old. The guy's been around forever, not just in lore, but game wise, he's been around for quite some time. Um, we didn't see too much of him in like early WoW, like Vanilla, BC, Kata, or Wrath, because he was sleeping. But then in Kata, when Deathwing comes back, he wakes up and we get to see we get to see him at Thrall's and Agra's wedding and this and that. So yeah, since Kata, he's been kind of there with us, and helping. Not a major part, but he's been there. So, but he's a major lore character, extremely powerful. So it makes sense to not only have to sacrifice him to bring Ysera back because he was meant to die, but because of how powerful he is. Again, the guy is over 10,000 years old. Imagine the power this man has animal-wise. Um, but we see in the Shadowlands, because that's where he'd be going. Nothing truly is dead until every bit of your spirit or energy or anima is completely drained. We see this with Arthas. When we finally see Arthas in Shadowlands, he's just a tiny little wisp, essentially, of what he used to be. And then that means Arthas is completely gone. There's nothing at all left of him. Malfurion, he's going to be able to party it up in Ardenweald. He's connected to nature, protector of the Emerald Dream. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he's able to go like to Ardenweald, back and forth between Ardenweald and the Emerald Dream. Now you can go to Emerald Dream and go back to the living world, but I think there'll be probably rules set in place like, no, you're dead. You can't just go from Ardenweald to the Emerald Dream, because no matter what, I think he's probably always going to have the job of protecting the dream, and Ardenweald is connected to the dream. So, but yeah, he's going to be in Ardenweald. So it's not like after dying he's gone for good and he's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible for him. No, Ardenweald is gorgeous. Most of the people I've talked to was like, yeah, if I die, I'd want to go to Ardenweald. The place is gorgeous. So it's not like he's gone for good. It always has some possibility of bringing him back for whatever reason. But the fact that the Night Elves are taking yet another hit, people don't like that. You know, the Night Elves lately have been taking a lot of hits. They've been losing people, and yeah, it's great. Ysera comes back, but they're losing their leader, and now Tyrande has to lead, and so it's just one thing after another for them. We will find another way. Yeah, it's me. I must be the one to stay. Ysera knows this, though she would never ask it of me. When she gave her life for mine in Val'sharah, it was not her time, and now the balance may be restored. So, yeah. She was never meant to die, even though she's a dragon aspect who has incredibly long life. It wasn't her time. It was Malfurion who was supposed to die. So therefore, he has to give his life to bring her back. Now, will there be possibly some way of bringing Malfurion back in the future? Possibly. Considering once you're in the Emerald Dream, it's kind of like with the the wild spirits, and they kind of like just kind of regenerate until they're able to be reborn into the world again. So maybe being as powerful as he is and important as he is, he can do the same thing. Be restored into. But then again, that would go against the whole point of having to sacrifice yourself. So I mean, there might make a quest or a point where we go to Ardenweald if that's where he's going. If he is just gonna go there to, he might go there in a future expansion to see him. He's just kind of there. It's kind of like Sylvanas right now. She's in the Maw, so she's still alive. She's still around. It's just we're not going to see her for a while because he's in the Maw. Same thing with Illidan and Arthas, or not Arthas, Sargeras. They're still there. They're still up in space in the seat of the Pantheon. So they can be brought back into the game at any point. But it's going to be a while. Salatath out there exploring the cosmos, doing whatever Naifus do. Azshara's out there somewhere doing whatever Azshara's doing. Making people fall in love with her, whatever she does. So there are so many characters that have been kind of written out that can easily be brought back in at a moment's notice as soon as the plot demands it. Look at Terrellian and Illyria. They were gone forever. People kept asking, it's like, where are they? When are they coming back? Well, they come back when the plot needs them to come back. So right now, we don't need Malfurion because, oh yeah, I'm going to give my life to save Ysera. Ysera's more important. She's a dragon aspect. So in order to, help the balance and, all this, I have to give my life for hers so she can be an aspect again and blah, blah, blah. But he's an Ardenweald, so there's always a possibility of him coming back. Maybe the Cosmos will say, you know what? You can go. You were meant to die, and we did want you here, but, the world needs you back too much, so you can get out of death-free card or something. Just go before we change our minds. I mean, if the plot demands it. But Yeah, another hit to the Night Elves. Looks like Malfurion is dying or giving energy, or I mean, if he gives his energy and ends up like Arthas, then yeah, he's gone for good. But I don't think they would do that to Malfurion. I think he's just gonna party it up in Ardenweald. So hang out with the Winter Queen and no, I don't think he would do that like that. I don't he wouldn't do Tyrande dirty like that. Even in death, he'd still, wait for her however long that fucking takes. So, but yeah, Malfurion going to die, which is, let's see what people are saying. Liz really be like, how can we take yet even more from Nels and Tyrande? Yeah. I think it's easy to overlook this aspect of Malfurion's story and the sacrifices druids in general made. They ought to go ahead and sacrifice Khadgar in order to pluck Malygos from whatever Shadowlands realm Yeah, where is Malygos? But then again, he's an aspect. Well, we know that Ysera went to Ardenweald, so where did Malygos go? Huh. That actually brings up a good question. Where did he go? Where did Deathwing, Neltharion go? Where did all the people we killed go? We saw some of them, like we saw our Lady Vaj, we saw fucking, you know, Kel'Thuzad, we saw some other people we killed, but where are all the others? Where's Deathwing? Where's the other dragon aspects? You would think they would be on Ardenweald since they were connected to the elements and nature and this and that, so where are they? Is that going to be another plot point? Uh, it sucks as he's my favorite character for years, but it doesn't surprise me this was his destination. He's been severely underutilized since Warcraft 3. Uh-huh. And a far cry from the character we saw in the War of the Ancients. I guess now is the hour of Bear Mantle. Yes. Its time has finally come around. Malfurion, Nathanos, and the Shadowlands arguing about who deserves to be pegged by their beloved more. Yeah, where the fuck is Nathanos? We haven't seen him either. Thanks as always for this. This says to me, time to mute Warcraft. See all at launch. Has anyone in WoW been dunked on more than him? This is sickening. Now it's time for my boy to step in. Go get her, Illidan. Yeah, Illidan, come on. She's free, but then again, same thing. Tyrande wouldn't do that. She's in love with Malfurion, and no amount of time passing would change that. I mean, Malfurion was asleep for ages, and she still waited for him. So she's not the one to be like, oh, he's dead now. I'm just gonna move on to someone else. So Illidan, you might have a chance. Not even half. He doesn't have a chance. He can try, but it's not gonna work. Besides, he's too busy taking care of Sargeras. I mean, taking care of Sargeras. I really hope this is here to throw us off the trail. They treated Malfurion like shit and misused him for years and years, and this would be the ultimate fuck you toward the people who like the character. Well, I mean, look at Sylvanas. For the longest time, everything she did was a huge fuck you to the people who liked her character. So let me get this straight. First, they kill Ysera off for no real reason. Then they fuck over any impact it would have by going to the afterlife, which was idiotic in the first place. And now they just bring her back to life entirely so they can kill off someone else. Yes. Actually, going to the Shadowlands made Ysera's death more impactful. As the aspect of the Emerald Dream, she was bound to be reborn like any other powerful demigod tied to the dream. Yeah. But in Ardenweald, Winter Queen saved her soul by binding it to Ardenweald, meaning she can't return to Azeroth, making her death truly permanent. And now they make a complete 180, and in the next expansion, and make her reborn anyways, but because fuck consistency and consequence. I mean, it seems like regardless, Ysera would have returned anyway, just given enough time, since she is who she is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about them possibly killing off Malfurion. Like I said, he'll probably be in the Shadowlands, which means we'll be able to see him eventually. If we after he dies and we go there, it's not like they're gonna put his NPC there. We'll have to wait till he's needed in the story again. Um, but what do you think? I mean, do you agree with everyone else? Like, hey, the Night Elves have had too many hits lately. Cut back on the Night Elf hate, or I mean, just let me know. Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.